Wow, there must be a wedding going on. Look at all these Fiat 500, one after another, all different colors. Bonjour. So this morning we are at Colorado Provençal to do some hiking and see some Sahara landscape. So immediately to the east of the little village of Rustro on the D22 lies a series of dramatic former ochre quarries known as the Colorado Provençal, the weather remains of 6th generation of ochre extraction and iron ore mining. You'll be given a map of the hiking trails at the car park. The site is quite extensive, with trails leading through both private and public properties. The path through which the site leads you past pumps, quarries, streams, sluice gates and settling basin, the vestige of 19th and 20th century industrial activity. The quarry has weathered into striking and bizarre shapes, particularly the spectacular area known as the Sahara. We're at the start of the hiking trails, so there are two hiking circuits here, overlapping to a certain extent. They are marked by these two color arrows everywhere to direct you. The blue arrow takes you around the Sahara circuit. It's relatively short, just 2 kilometers, and is the signature hike for Colorado Provençal. The red arrow takes you further on the Belvedere circuit. It's a bit harder, 4 kilometers, and part of it is the Sahara circuit. It takes you to a higher ground, so you can have a great overlook of the entire Colorado Provençal. During summer, particularly on hot and windy days, the fire risk means they will close off the entrance to the Belvedere circuit from the Sahara circuit early, sometimes at 10 o'clock, sometimes noon. You need to check their website the day before you go there to find out. Everywhere you see the arrows pointing you to the right direction, very reassuring. So, after walking along the straight path from the entrance, turn left, and then you start to see the ochre slope. We have arrived at the area called Sahara. This bit, the guy explained, is a little detour. So, this actually reminds me of the Arizona trip recently. Oh wow, look at that. Dramatic landscape in front. Beautiful lit in the morning. So how did the ochre form? A long time ago, like 125 million years ago, so we're talking about dinosaur times, parts of Provence was actually covered by a shallow sea. Nearby rivers brought sands and sediments to the sea, and with lots of iron coming from seashells and crustaceans that got buried into the sand. Eventually, the sea dried up and the sands were exposed in open air, and the iron got oxidized in different degrees, resulting in a range of hues from yellow to red. The landscape here reminds me of the scenery in Cappadocia. So we managed to get into the Orange Trail, the Belvedere Trail, just before 10 o'clock. Before they might close. And here there's a little stream. So after the stream, we're now in a forest area, which is quite nice because it's shaded. It's only just past 10 o'clock, but it's already very hot in the bright sunshine, so this bit of shaded path is quite welcome. So we just have to walk through a really muddy area, and really tricky with the gimbal and the camera, but we managed to get through. This part of the trail is slightly tricky. Interesting, there are lots of rocks here being stacked up by people. The trail continues that way.
During summer, in July and August, in the mornings, you are only allowed to enter if you have made a car park reservation before, and with the entrance to the Belvedere Circuit closed at 10 or 12, you basically need to reserve a parking spot before if you want to do the Belvedere Circuit. I'll link the website below in the description.
So we're out of the forest area and now into open area. There's good view of the rock cliffs on the opposite side. The different shades of color. There's a red ochre and there looks like a white limestone on top as well. So people here taking pictures. I think there might be some good views. We'll see in a moment. Right, it turns out it is a very good vantage point. You can see the whole of the Sahara that we saw earlier. You can actually see people walking along. We were there about half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So after the last observation spot is another one. This one is even more dramatic. It's looking into the Cheminée de Fez. The landscape is really dramatic, reminiscent of the scenery we've seen in Arizona.
These fairy chimneys look really cool. They are no longer accessible directly. They do remind me of the landscape in Cappadocia.
That was an amazing viewing point. So I just climbed out there. Probably I shouldn't do that to get some 360 video. We've reached a decision point. We can either walk back to the car park or we can turn right here to go to the White Desert. So we look at the map. We can see the two observation spots. We've gone past that and now we turn right to go to Le Désert Blanc. After that, it will get back to the main path and eventually get back to the car park. So this is the hiking path to the White Desert. So we've got to the White Desert.
If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Ken Travels 360. And don't forget to click the notification bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I have a new video.
So we just seen the White Desert and now we're getting back onto the trail, the Belvedere Trail, to finish it. This Colorado Provençal is definitely, I highly recommend it more than the Sentier des Zoques yesterday. The hiking trail is more interesting here and the views are much grander and you see a lot more nature. So we got back to the bridge. After the bridge we'll be back to the main road, Passerelle. There's a house right by the bridge.
Right, it's noon already and it's time to leave and go find some lunch.
We're in this little town called Celeste. We'll have lunch here. So for lunch, we are having it in this restaurant called La Bajonette. So this is the entree and pâtes and dessert du moment. Si je prends l'entrée et le pain et le dessert, c'est 27.
Non, non, ça c'est que le soir.
Ah,
que le
seulement.
soir.
Okay,
Oui.
okay. It's not. Je prends la pièce de bœuf.
Oui.
Cuisiné à point, s'il vous
À
plaît.
point, bien sûr.
Brochette de bœuf.
Brochette. À point aussi.
So we just order, and before ordering, I asked if the set menu of 27 euros is applicable now. But she pointed out that it was only in the evenings and Sunday lunchtime. So just the main course today. Lunch has arrived, and this one is the brochette de bœuf, and mine is some other bœuf.
The lunch was really delicious. After lunch, we noticed this when we were walking back to the car. Wow, there must be a wedding going on. Look at all these Fiat 500, one after another, all different colors. After lunch, we drove to the Valençol area. It's famous for lavender fields. But first, we need to go check into our hotel first. Our hotel is called Le Paradou, in a small village called Gray-les-Bains. When we arrived at the hotel, it was very hot outside and the sunlight is far too harsh for photographing the lavender as well. So we decided to relax in the hotel pool for a little bit before going out later in the afternoon. In the next episode, we'll go visit an amazing lavender field, followed by the very delightful Provençal village called Moustiers-Sainte-Marie. Thanks for watching this episode. See you next time. A bientôt.